Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Kaylin and thanks so much for visiting my channel Movement with Kaylin. So today I have a class that's going to be mainly focused on the breath. So we are going to be moving today, but I want you to think of the movement as just being a vehicle for the breath. So I really want you to focus on the inhales and the exhales, and we'll connect movement with the breath. We're not going to do anything too crazy. It's going to be pretty simple, but we will be moving throughout most of class today. So this is also day 8 of the 30-day series that I'm calling Balance. And what we're doing throughout this series is finding a balance between strength work and mobility, flexibility work. So throughout the series, we're going to be focusing on finding the balance between the two. And during many of the classes, during class, we're finding balance between that strength and that mobility. Today is going to be focused mainly on that mobility and that breath work for day 8. If you have not done any part of the series, don't worry about it. You can still do today's class for some nice breath work. Otherwise, if you're interested in the series, go check it out. I will link it down below. So let's go ahead and get started. Find yourself a blanket to fold up, or a towel, or a block to sit on. So either one. I want those hips lifted so that you can really find this nice comfortable position here. So just start by relaxing the shoulders down the back. And we're just going to take some deep breaths, just noticing how you feel right now. So I want you to take an inhale, breathing in through the nose, and then exhale. Let it all go. You can breathe out through the mouth just to release any of that tension. Let's do that again. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale. Good, let it go. Good, one more inhale. And exhale. So I just want you to pause for a moment. I just want you to feel how your body feels at this very moment, how the mind feels, how the body feels, just as we get started. So we're going to come back to this at the end and just hopefully notice how you feel a difference. So we're going to start to move a little bit now with the breath. So we're going to take the arms down by the sides. On your inhale, you're going to go ahead and sweep the arms out and up until you find length through front, side, back body. Exhale. We'll lower the arms all the way down as you release. Good, we'll do that again. Inhale, arms sweep open and up. Deep breath in. And exhale. And release. Good, one more. Inhale, open. And exhale, let it go. Good. Take the arms down by your sides. Good. Hold here for a moment. Just close your eyes. And the reason why this type of breath work and combined with the movement is just so important, powerful, even as part of this series that we're doing, is that it's so important to always come back to your breath, whether you're anxious, stressed, whatever it happens to be, whether you just need to take a moment for yourself, whether you're exercising, not exercising, this connection to the breath is so important and has so many benefits that it is part of this balance that we have. It's part of finding not only that physical work of strength and mobility, flexibility, but also that mental space that we're looking for as well, and that focus and that connection that we get with our movements in Pilates and in daily life and elsewhere as well. So always, always so important to connect to the breath. So that's why we are focusing on it today. So now what we're going to find is some side bends with our breath. So I want you to go ahead and draw your right fingers to the mat. Left arm's going to reach up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to inhale as you bring yourself up and over to your right. Keep the shoulder blades back down and together. Chest is nice and open. Exhale as you draw yourself up through center. Nice tall spine. Inhale, other direction. Good, keep that opposite hip nice and heavy. Exhale, lift up through center. Good, inhale, up and over. And if for any reason this seated position this way doesn't work for you, find something else. Find kneeling, find seated in a chair while we do just these simple movements at first. Good, let's do one more each side. Inhaling up, opening side body. Good, exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift. Over. Good, exhale, lower. Good, now we're gonna combine this with our rotation. So we're gonna take an inhale as we twist over that right shoulder, grow tall. Exhale, bring it back to center. Over to your other side, inhale, lift. Exhale through center. Good, so this connection with the breath also does help with the movement. If you hold the breath, and many of us do, especially when we're doing something really strenuous or if we're stressed or anxious, if you hold your breath, you're actually not going to be able to move fully and fluidly and to your maximum range of motion. So keeping that breath nice and even and full is really going to help with that movement, whether you're doing Pilates, yoga, strength work, cardio. You always want to keep the lungs moving, inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more to the other side. Good, exhale back to center. All right, now we're gonna take ourselves into a kneeling position. So what this is gonna do is, it's just like I said at the beginning, it's gonna combine, or it's gonna be a vehicle, these movements, a vehicle for the breath. So I want you to focus on the breath, not so much what the movements look like, okay? So lay your blanket out so that you can actually be on your knees here and in a comfortable way. All right, so I'm just gonna start first, just right here, seated on the heels now. And then we're gonna find, a little bit of movement here. You might want to watch me for this first one, okay? So feet are pressing, or tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. Now we're going to go ahead and lift ourselves up into a tall kneeling position. Use your glutes to lift you up. We're going to inhale, arms are going to lift up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to come into come into all fours. Now we're gonna inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest for cow, and then we're gonna exhale to round the spine. Good, inhale, we're gonna come to child's pose. And then exhale, you're gonna lift back up into that tall kneeling position, arms come by your side. Now you're back to the start. Good, now we're gonna inhale, arms lift. Exhale, down into all fours. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round into cat. Good, inhale back into child's pose. Exhale as you come back up to full kneeling, use your glutes, good, and lift. And again, inhale, arms lift. Exhale into all fours. Try to control that lowering down. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, back to child's pose. Sink the hips back and down. Exhale, lift the hips back to that kneeling position. Good, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands down. Inhale into cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale back to that child's pose. Exhale, lift back up to kneeling. Good, just a few more like that. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, all fours. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale, back into that child's pose. Exhale, kneeling position, arms by your sides. Good, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, lower. Into all fours, inhale through center into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale back onto the heels. Exhale, hips lift up to that kneeling position. Good, last one, inhale, arms lift. Exhale into all fours. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round, pull the belly in and up into cat. Inhale, hips back, child's pose. Exhale, just sit onto your heels now as you come into a lower kneeling position. Very nice. I hope you guys felt that connection to the movement. Hopefully once you got in the flow, you got the pattern, and if you didn't, that's okay, as long as, again, you were still moving with that breath. So we're gonna come back into a seated position, whether it be on your blanket or your block. That was the kind of the bigger part of kind of our moving part of this routine. And now we're gonna come back to the seated position and do a little bit more kind of seated breath work here. So we took that little bigger movement break to hopefully just loosen up the body a little bit more and connect to the breath a little bit deeper. Sometimes I find that when I'm moving and connecting to the breath at the same time, it's like a moving meditation. It is a way to focus my mind not on just the breath, but on something else as well, so that my mind doesn't wander. So it actually helps me personally to move with the breath, even if it's just some simple movements. And that is, like I said, a moving meditation. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So come back into this comfortable seat, whether it be your block or your blanket, and feel that core staying just nice and connected here first, just to get that nice tall spine. Pretty soon we're going to be breathing into the belly, breathing into the ribs, and we'll be able to kind of loosen up the core a little bit here. So we're going to first find hands onto your ribs. So you can either have your palms right touching the side of your rib cage, or maybe if it's more comfortable, I'm going to do it this way. You're going to have the top of your hands on your side ribs here, almost like little chicken wings out to the sides. All right, so from here, we're going to take a deep breath in, and I want you to breathe into your hands as you expand the ribs. So take a nice deep breath in on your inhale. And then on your exhale, let it go. The ribs will collapse towards each other. Good, and then we take that nice deep breath in. We're expanding our chicken wings, expanding those ribs out to the sides. And then exhale, we release. Good, again, inhale. Exhale. Keep that moving. It helps to have the hands here on the belly, on the ribs here in this position. It just helps so you can feel where that breath should be going. So now we're, again, still moving into the ribs. We've got 2 more breaths here. Sometimes it's harder to feel if you don't have that tactile cue, that touch on the body, but this really helps. Last one, inhale, deep breath in. And then exhale, let it go. All right, go ahead and release the hands now. We're gonna take one hand onto the belly, the low belly here, below the belly button, and then one hand onto the rib cage. And I want you to breathe, starting into the belly first, expanding the belly, and then up into the ribs, and then you'll exhale, release the ribs, and then release the belly next, okay? So when you're ready, take that nice deep breath in, breathe into the belly, and then up into the rib cage. And then exhale, let the ribs release, let the belly release. Good, and again, deep breath in, into the belly, into the ribs. And then exhale, ribs release, belly releases. Good. I'm gonna give you 5 more to do on your own. Inhale. Exhale. Good, 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Exhale. Let it go. All right. Now we're going to want you to keep your hand on the belly, but move your other hand up to your collarbone. And now we're going to continue the breath, belly, ribs, up into the collarbones. You're expanding the breath into the hand, and then you release collarbone, ribs, belly. Okay. So when you're ready, inhale. And exhale. Good. Again, inhale, belly, ribs, collarbone. Exhale, release. Good. And again, inhale. Good. Exhale, let it go. So you're thinking of this almost like an elevator moving up the body, right? We're continuing to go up a little bit higher each time with that breath. And then as you exhale, letting it go back down the elevator and release. Let's do one more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, last one we're going to do here is hand on the top of the head. Other hand is still on the belly. So we're going to go to the very top of our elevator to the crown of our head here. So when you're ready, you'll breathe into the belly, ribs, collarbone, all the way up through the crown of the head. So let's go here. Inhale. And exhale, starting at the top, making your way all the way down. Keep that moving. Inhale. And exhale. Good. As you're doing this, try to make these some nice long inhales and exhales. If you have shallow breathing, you'll be moving too quickly up and down. So try to make them as lengthened as you can. Good. Just 2 more here. Breathing into that top hand and then exhale, release. Last one. I want you to close your eyes and exhale, let it go. All right, go ahead and release both hands now to anywhere that feels comfortable on your thighs, on your legs. And take note now of how you feel. So how do you feel? How's your breath? How is your mind? How does your body feel after that breathing, that connection of breath to movement, and hopefully just finding a little bit more space, not only in your body, but in your mind as well, and just noticing, feeling that difference and realizing that you can come back to this moment, this feeling, just by doing that breath work, whether it's just some seated, adding in a little bit of that extra movement, but it feels pretty amazing. So I hope you guys are feeling that as well. And hopefully you can take this practice into your everyday and into your other Pilates classes and into any other movement classes you're taking as well. So it makes so much difference. The breath is so important. So thank you guys for sticking it out with me and joining me here. I know it's not always easy to sit and be still, but it is so important for the health of you, your body, your mind. So kudos to you for taking this time for you today. So if you're interested in checking out a little bit more on my channel, I'm going to go ahead and link 2 workouts here. One that I think is great for you, and this one down here, that was my upload before this one today. And if you're not part of my 30-day series, go ahead and check it out. I'll link in the description below. And I hope you guys are all enjoying it if you are doing it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you back here next time.